Motorcycle accidents often lead to catastrophic injuries that lead to piles and piles of medical bills. But just because the medical bills are piling up, it doesn't mean you will definitely have to file for bankruptcy.
I declare bankruptcy!
In this video, I will share with you my tips on how to navigate your injury claim if you can't afford to pay your medical bills after your accident that can possibly save you from going bankrupt. To do so, let me tell you the story of my past client, Jerry. Jerry was in his early 20s at the time of his accident. He was operating his motorcycle when he was in a collision with an automobile. The driver of the automobile turned left in front of Jerry. It was clear that based on the facts, the driver of the automobile was the clear at-fault cause of the accident. Jerry sustained severe injuries that required surgery and a lengthy hospital stay. Jerry's mother called me when he was in the hospital. After speaking with his mother, I signed Jerry up as a client. Unfortunately, Jerry did not have any way of paying his medical bills, as he had no health insurance and also did not have Medicaid. So what I told him and his mom next was crucial to possibly prevent him from going into bankruptcy. I told them that Jerry should immediately apply for Medicaid. Thankfully, they listened to me, and luckily, I'm not sure all Medicaid providers would do this, but in Jerry's case, the Medicaid provider paid for his accident-related medical bills, even though he got on Medicaid after his accident. However, the Medicaid provider now had a lien on Jerry's injury case. So if he was going to get any settlement on his case, Jerry would owe the Medicaid provider for the bills paid by Medicaid. After I obtained the medical bills and records from Jerry's hospital stay, I sent a demand to the other driver's automobile insurance company. I demanded in writing that the automobile insurer pay out its insurance policy limits. The insurance company quickly agreed to pay out its six-figure insurance policy limits, but honestly, in light of Jerry's significant injuries, it was not enough to fully compensate him for his damages. And unfortunately, there was no other insurance to pursue for his damages. You see, I ran a skip trace on the other driver that caused the accident. He was in his early 20s and had no significant assets to pursue and had no job according to the skip trace. It was very apparent that the other driver was very likely judgment-proof, meaning that even if we got a court judgment against the other driver, it was worthless because the other driver could not pay anything. And Jerry's Medicaid lien was nearly six figures. If we had to pay back the Medicaid lien in full, Jerry was bound to get next to nothing. So what I did next was another crucial tip that helped Jerry not only avoid bankruptcy, but actually helped Jerry get a significant portion of his settlement in his pocket. I informed Jerry's Medicaid provider of the amount of her settlement and requested that they significantly reduce their lien. By doing this, I was able to eventually get the Medicaid provider to agree to knock off over $65,000 of its lien on Jerry's case, which helped Jerry take home a significant portion of his settlement in his pocket. Not only did we help save Jerry from having to file for bankruptcy, because there was no way he could afford to pay his hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills, but we actually were able to help him get a significant amount of money in his pocket. The crucial tips that helped Jerry in his case were that he applied for Medicaid after his accident and luckily paid his bills retroactively, and also we were able to significantly negotiate a reduction on the Medicaid lien. But there was one more thing Jerry could have done that could have meant an even bigger payday for Jerry that unfortunately he did not do. And that leads me to my last tip. To have an even bigger payday on his case, Jerry could have gotten underinsured motorist insurance on his motorcycle insurance. He would have had to have done that prior to his accident, but had he done that prior to his accident, he would have likely received a bigger payday. Underinsured motorist insurance covers you when you're in an accident and the at-fault driver's insurance isn't enough to pay for your damages. It helps cover medical expenses lost wages, and pain and suffering damages that exceed the other driver's coverage. To give yourself the best shot of avoiding bankruptcy, if you can't afford to pay your medical bills after your accident, follow the tips I shared in this video. And now that you know the tips that can possibly save you from going bankrupt if you can't afford to pay your medical bills after your motorcycle accident, you likely will want to watch this video about to pop up right here that insurance adjusters absolutely hate and can help you get a bigger payday in your injury case. Lastly, if you've been injured in Kentucky, remember to don't wait, call Tate.